I got into fine art, that was the year 2015, though I have been doing little sketches from childhood. I started training up myself to be a visual artist 2015. That was when I was in school. I watched tutorial videos from YouTube and started acquiring materials, and I was training myself. So I'm like a self-taught. Getting clients hasn't been easy like that because there are so many artists out there. So it's like a competition ground. But I see things, let your work speak for you. It's not about you having the connection. I just believe that God will locate you with grace one day. That's all I believe in. So what I do to get clients is I print out flyers. So sometimes I just go to the mall and share flyers to some people, and it's not that easy because some people just look at you with one kind of eye, that who is this and all. But we do our best by sharing flyers. Then I send my flyer also to my friends on WhatsApp. They help me post on the status and the stories and all. Before I do any work, I actually look at it from the perspective of, if I am a collector, would I actually want to get this kind of work? Because I don't just want to put someone's head in my house. So I try to mix my works to have some emotions and some story behind it. Okay, this work actually, it's about me, myself, my personal self, because most time people say you have to be a man. So many things are going on around me, and all I hear is be a man. You have to be strong, you have to be this, and it's actually killing, because most time you're trying to be a man and you're actually dying in depression. No one to talk to. So the cloud actually represents like problems, because they will say sometimes when people want to talk about your problem, they say, what is the color of your problem? What is the nature of your problem? So that was where the cloudy colors came from. And I just did that, and I put myself not looking like I'm happy and not too sad. There's a little bit of the watery eye. So that's just trying to say most people actually are living a life of depression, but you have to still show this smiling attitude outside. So I try to put in emotions, my personal story, and also stories I got from friends and people I met online. I practiced building technology after school. That was 2018, and I worked for like a year. During the work process, it wasn't really paying because I was being paid 95,000 naira, and the workload was like I was being paid 500,000 naira. And again, the boss I had back then was someone that actually didn't study building technology. I guess probably my dad knew. That was where he got to the position, and there was this day he was pushing someone around. Someone was doing feeling fine for like 2 weeks, then he resumed work. Then you were like, if he's tired, he should just go home. That there are a lot of people out there looking for a job. That was when I decided to resign, because I don't like the fact that because you're in a position, you treat people like trash. So I was like, if I was the one that was not feeling fine, you actually tell me the same thing. So I just told him I was not working again. So from then, that was 2019, I started pushing my art, started acquiring more knowledge, buying materials, improving on my skills, and just doing my works down. Hopefully I get people that will collect them someday. Through little research that I did, I noticed some people actually make life out of art. The main thing is being exposed out there, because in Nigeria, you rarely see people that actually appreciate art. But out there, you have people that buy art for a huge sum of money. So we're still pushing to get one or two. Yeah, I still believe that art can still do it, because I'm this kind of person. I believe so much in handwork. I'm from a family of 6, my dad, my mom, my older brother who is in the States. Then my younger ones, they are in university. I'm the second child. My family had to accept the fact that I'm into visual arts because when I was in school, 2015, like I said, when I started art, I was having challenges with my financial challenges and all. So since I started art in school, doing little jobs, I was able to get little funds for myself. Then I stopped asking my father for my allowance, which he did complain to my mom at some point in time that hope your son is not doing something else in school. When I told them that this is what I'm doing, that at least back then in school, I do my small portrait for 12,000, 10,000. At the end of the day, I gained something like 6,000. So in a week back then, I could get like 2, 3 jobs. Then I'm good for the week. So that was the way it is. So they had to accept it. Then when I started drawing, I did a portrait of my dad and mom. Then it was hell no then. Well, I thank God for both. Raising of capital, actually, I got some funds from my parents, little funds from my parents. Then at some point in time, to get materials, I have to like drop my price list very low. I call it promo in quotes, which is just to get little cash and all. So I just did some works for 10,000 naira, big works for 10,000 naira. At least if I have like 5 of that's 100. That's aside from frames. I'm not framing the work. So if you want to frame it, I'm paying for your frame. So through that, I was able to acquire few materials. Finding materials there in Nigeria, there are some art stores that you could get few materials, while some of the other materials you have to ship it in. So I have like links to people that are helping bringing them in. Sometimes when I need acrylic, actually I just take watercolor and just splash it. I did some work through that. Then also charcoal, basically charcoal. If I don't have charcoal powder, I have to burn wood. Then I have to break it down to dust. Then I make use of it. When the coffee came in, that was this year. Though I've been having the idea since past year though. So the coffee came in at the point in time because I was just having my alone time. Then I was just like, coffee. What does coffee actually mean to me? To me, it actually speaks a lot because there's a way you prepare coffee that you get it in the sweet pattern, and there's a way you prepare coffee that you have it in a bitter pattern. So I just decided to use coffee to make the air of some of my works. That's like a sign to me. So it's kind of meaning you actually have the power to tell what your life will actually be. If you're still lazy about it, you get the bitter part. Then if you work hard and all, you get the sweeter part of it. So that's what coffee stands for me in some of my works. I make use of charcoal powder, graphite powder. Yeah, I got this like I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago. Then I make use of pastels. I have different kind of pastel. I have chalk pastel, I have pencil pastel, I have charcoal pencil. This is general charcoal pencil. All I do most time is once I see material, I just buy it. That's why I hate taking cash with me along anywhere I go to, because once I see pencil and I'm like, let me just buy it. It's not as if I need a pencil at that moment, but I just get it that probably one of these days I can use it to replace something. So aside from that, I make use of my electric eraser to make highlights. Well, the highest I've sold a painting for, that's for 120. I've done some other works, like personal works, which like 200,000. So let me say the highest I've done a portrait for someone is like 300. Yeah. I did have some chances of exhibiting at Abuja, but due to funds, I was unable to raise the acquired fund for the exhibition. That's to transport myself and my artwork. And they needed the artwork to be framed, so that's another expense on its own. So I just had to let go of that one. But I was able to exhibit few of my works at Egbe Clubhouse. I started building a signature for my art this year. So I'm still working on the coffee for the air on my works and the spider webs, because here in Nigeria we take spider webs for it's always evil, evil, evil. But I went to make more research about spider webs. Spider webs is not actually always negative. It has some positive energy also. So I'm trying to use that in all my works. Any work I'm doing a portrait, I'll be having the spider webs there showing as humans we always have obstacle. I did this painting titled Coat of Many Color. It reminds me of Joseph's life story, because Joseph was to stand out, but that doesn't mean his life was just going to go smooth and all. He had to face some obstacles. That's where the spider webs came. When I'm not painting back then, I go swim. I swim a lot. Yeah, I swim a lot. Then I play football sometimes. I used to go to the stadium back then to throw javelin and shot put. And I do long jump a little bit. So aside from that, a little bit of music. I had to leave music for arts in school. I was learning my guitar back then in school, but music and arts are something that's gonna drain you aside from academics. So I was trying to balance everything, so I had to just pick one out, and that was music.